guys, it's Ashley with At Home with Ashley, and I have really exciting news today. Let's just dive in. We're moving. We're not selling our current house. We're gonna Airbnb it. Let me start from the beginning because it's kind of complicated. Okay, so in January of 2016, Dawn was a year old and we went to Florida. Our best friends live there, Danny and C. And we visited them with all of our big friend group, and we had seriously the best time of our lives. And we were there and it was warm, and we're like, why don't we live in Utah where it's cold? We don't do winter sports, so we just the seed was put into us that we were like, we want to move here because it is amazing. So fast forward a year from then, right? Yeah, a year. And we sold our house in Utah, Bountiful, Utah. We had a condo. We sold that condo. We moved to Florida for just the winter. We rented a place. And at the end, we were really sad because we fully furnished it while we were there. And we just couldn't figure out how to keep this stuff there and afford to come back the next year. So we sold all of our stuff. We brought a few things back with us. And that's when we bought our Logan house, the place I'm in right now. I'm sitting here. And we love this house, but you know, winters are really brutal in Utah, and Logan, Utah, where I'm at, they last longer. They start earlier and they go into the year longer, and we just love the lifestyle in Florida. We go to the beach every day. We go to Disney World once a month, and we love it. So at the beginning of this year, I set my New Year's resolutions, and if you know me, I am dead serious about my resolutions. I think about them all throughout the year. I work on them, and I had 3 resolutions, and one of them was to buy a house in Florida. So all of our extra money went to a down payment, and I had a vision board on my fridge that I would look at and think about, and it was pictures of houses in Florida, and it said, move to Florida. So you guys, this is something I have been working on. This is years in the years in the making, and this year we're finally making it a reality. So in September we went to Florida. We visited our friends. They still live there, and we were driving around and we saw an open house, and so we went and looked inside the house, and we really it wasn't the right house for us. It was huge and way out of our budget, but we liked the realtor, so we talked her into taking us to see a few houses, even though we weren't sure if we'd be able to afford a down payment by the end of the year. And we liked the houses, but none of them were the one, and we kept on shopping on Zillow. And we ended up finding a house we really liked. We sent our realtor, and so I have video footage that I'll put in this video so that you guys can see that it's our one and only walkthrough of the house. We've only seen it by FaceTime. It's crazy that we're buying a house that we've only seen by FaceTime, but you know, it's what can you do? We didn't want to fly out there just to look at a house. Anyway, so September we saw houses, and we really locked down, and we're like, okay, every single penny is going to this down payment. And then December we did the video walkthrough with our realtor, and we put in an offer, and it was accepted December 8th. And it was a really exciting day for me because I was like, this is what I've dreamed of. This is what I've been working on to make happen for ages. And I'm really grateful, and it's the lifestyle I want. It's where I want to be, and I know not everybody can pull off a snowbird lifestyle. Luckily, my husband and I both work, from the internet, so we can work wherever we need to. So I fully 110% acknowledge that it's super privileged that we are able to do this. I thought I would also talk about some of the money parts of it because that's what I'm interested in, and I just thought I would share some things I learned that might be helpful for you if this is something that you dream of. Okay, so the first thing you should know is when you're doing a second house, a lot of mortgage companies will let you pay 5 or 10%. So for your first house, you should probably have a 20% down payment, but if you're doing a second house, you can do it much cheaper. So we were able to do a 5% down payment, so that really makes a big difference. And then the second thing is, a lot of you guys know, but our house in Logan is super affordable. That's why we live in Logan. We're about an hour and a half away from our friends and family, and it's because we could afford this house. Our mortgage is tiny, 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 and we're grateful for that because that means that we can afford to do this. So our second house in Florida, the one we put an offer on, we're supposed to close on January 15th, and hopefully everything goes through. You never know until we close. So this might be premature, but fingers crossed. Anyway, so the house we have an offer on in Florida, it's in a suburb outside of Miami, and it is the cheapest house in the best neighborhood. So as I just said, we lived in Florida for 6 months, 2017. Okay, so in 2017, we lived in Florida, and we lived in a neighborhood by our friend, and we really fell in love with it. So it's within 15-minute bike ride to the beach. You can walk to restaurants. The grocery stores are super close. It's a very safe neighborhood, and we just fell in love with it. So there's just one little section that we're like, we know we want to be in this area. So we picked a house in that area that it was literally the cheapest house. So all the neighbors are $500,000, $600,000 houses, and ours is much more affordable. I'm not going to say the exact number, but our 2 mortgages on both of our houses is what most people have on one house. So that's kind of how we can make the numbers work. And then while we're out of our Logan house, we will rent it to Airbnb. So hopefully that will pay for the mortgage on our Logan house, and then we will pay the mortgage on our Florida house. And then when it comes to be summer again, and it's horrible to be in Florida, like with 80% humidity and like it's 90 degrees outside, we'll come back to Utah where it's more pleasant, and we'll be with friends and family for half the year, and then we'll go back next winter. So right now, probably another question you might have is, what are you doing with schooling for your son? So right now my son's in preschool in Logan, but we will switch to a preschool in Florida. And then next year he'll be in kindergarten, so we'll probably go to Florida for the whole school year, and he'll be in school there for kindergarten. So that's the plan right now. We still have, a bit to it could change, but that's what our plan is right now, is to do school in Florida, and then the rest of the year we'll be in Logan at this house, and then we'll just Airbnb the other house while we're not here. So hopefully those numbers kind of make sense to you, and you can see, like with our Logan house, the projections on Airbnb is that we can make more than our mortgage. We're honestly just hoping to hit break even. So that's what that is. And that's also really exciting because that means anybody could come rent our house if you want to visit Utah, or if you're nearby and you have family up at the university here. You can come thrift at all my favorite thrift stores and stay in my house, and I think it'd be fun. So we've been really busy doing things to make it more rentable. I've been taking out all my pictures, all my personal photo books, and we've just been updating things so that it's perfect for a rental, and we can't wait to host people here because it's really a beautiful house, and it's been so fun having our family here. Another really exciting thing I want to talk about is, as we this house is so cute that we're buying in Florida. It is tiny though. I didn't talk about this. It's tiny. It's 870 square feet. The house we're in right now is about 1,800. So it's more than half this, it's tiny. So it's 2 bedrooms, 1.5 baths. There's a living room, a kitchen. The kitchen's tiny with an eat-in dining area. It's gonna be teeny tiny. But we're, like I said, we're so grateful. We're so grateful we somehow found a way for this to work. And even though it's tiny, it's gonna be really fun to redo. And I have some cool ideas that I can't wait to bring out of my head and into real life. I'm gonna do a wall treatment that used to be popular, but I'm gonna try to bring it back and modernize it. And I'm gonna do lots of palm trees and pineapples and flamingos, and really dive into the Florida theme, and do Ashley does a beach house, lots of pinks, lots of mints, and it's gonna be I can't wait. All I've been doing is hanging out on Pinterest and making mood boards of these rooms that I just I seriously can't wait to take you along. Sorry, itchy nose. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're going to do a YouTube only series. So this is the first episode. It's gonna be called, I didn't even think of a name. What's the name? Ashley Goes to Florida. Just came up with that while I was staring at my dog. Okay, Ashley Goes to Florida, and we're gonna have episodes, and I'm gonna try to take you along more in depth like this video, and kind of show you like the inspiration for the room, how it's starting out, some pictures or some video of as we like tear things out and redo things, and really the whole process, and then a reveal at the end. So there will be an episode for each room. I'm hoping we can paint the outside of the house pink. We'll see. Anyway, so each room, each major renovation we do, you know, maybe the backyard will have an episode, and I think it'll be a really fun thing. So join me. I can't wait. Thank you guys for your support. Like, it's gonna, like, I cannot wait to take you along with me. And although it's gonna be, like, we're gonna drive there. This is another thing I haven't told you about. So many things have been happening. I gotta catch you up. Okay, so another thing is since we're gonna leave our house furnished for an Airbnb, we're not gonna take a ton of stuff with us. When we moved back last time from Florida, we brought a U-Haul, and it was a pain in the butt to travel. We bring our dogs with us. They're our family, so we have a young son, the 2 dogs, our truck, and then plus the U-Haul. It was just like too much. We were trying to see stuff, and like parking with the U-Haul was a joke. So we're just gonna leave our furniture here. Our truck has like a truck bed on it that we can lock. So everything we can bring will be in the back of the truck. So we're really going to be starting from scratch here, and like you'll see it go from 0 to 100% done rooms. We're going to do a lot of vintage stuff, thrifting mixed with some new things, and I keep saying it, but I'm so excited. So thank you guys for all of your support. Let's do a little home tour so you guys can see what we're working with. The tiny little small house, it has a blank slate, and next time I do an episode, we will do one of the rooms over together, and I can't wait. Thank you.